Hi, I'm Agent Lee, and today I'll walk you through setting up a vocal microphone that uses an XLR output and give you a few tips. Here's what you'll need: a vocal microphone, a shock mount, a mic stand or boom arm, a pop filter, an XLR cable, a USB interface, and headphones. All right, let's get started. Before you buy anything, make sure you really need this type of microphone. You can avoid buying extra equipment if you go with a USB mic instead. There are a lot of them on the market. They connect right to your computer, and they're great for conference and voice chat software. They'll produce much clearer audio than the computer's built-in microphone will. However, they don't produce professional quality audio, and they're pretty limited as to what you can do with them. An XLR microphone like this one does need additional equipment, but if you need great sound quality, then this is the way to go. XLR stands for External Line Return, and this type of connection is frequently used in recording professional audio. It's an analog connection that won't connect directly to your computer. That's why you'll also need a USB audio interface like this Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. The Warm Audio WA47 Junior that I'll be using today is a condenser microphone. More specifically, it's a side address condenser microphone, which means the microphone is mounted upright. When you're recording audio with this type of mic, speak into the front or back of the microphone, not the top. If you're mounting it upside down, just avoid speaking into the bottom. You can tell which side is the front of the microphone because you'll see the logo. The opposite side is considered the back. This microphone has what's called a pattern selector switch. So this single microphone actually has multiple capabilities. Here are a few pro tips about using the pattern selector properly. If you're recording a single source of audio, for example, you're speaking or singing directly into the microphone, switch the microphone to the cardioid pattern. If you've got more than one source of audio and you're using the front and back of the microphone simultaneously, use the figure 8 pattern. This setting is great for recording a conversation for a podcast or a duet. If you're recording a band, you'll want to try out the omnidirectional pattern to capture the audio all around the microphone. All right, let's get everything set up. First, set up the microphone stand, boom arm, or combination of the two. The stand will free up your hands and keep the microphone positioned properly. Additionally, a stand can help keep vibrations from reaching the microphone and interfering with the recording. Some boom arms can be attached directly to a desk or table. Just make sure that your stand matches how and what you like to record. For example, if you typically record while standing, you probably won't want a boom arm that attaches to a desk. Once your stand is set up, add the shock mount. Shock mounts are often included with your microphone, and they help reduce shocks or vibrations. Now secure the microphone in the shock mount. Next, attach the pop filter. They often are made out of nylon mesh or a metal screen and will attach to the stand or boom arm, often by using clips. Pop filters are great for eliminating extra movement of air. If you've ever heard an unpleasant kind of popping sound when someone says a word starting with P, B, T, or D into a microphone, that's what a pop filter is designed to eliminate as much as possible. Pop filters can also help reduce that hissing sound when speakers end words with S. Typically, you'll want your pop filter about one closed fist away from your microphone, but you might want to make adjustments for different types of audio. Once the pop filter is in place, attach one end of the XLR cable to the microphone. It's tempting to plug the other side into the interface right away, but it's gentler on your microphone to leave it unconnected for now, and instead, connect the interface to an available USB port on your computer through a USB cable. You might also need to download and install drivers so your computer will recognize and communicate properly with your interface. For mine, that's not necessary. The computer recognizes it right away. And don't forget this step. On your computer, make sure to select this new interface as your audio output and input. Here's how you do that on my computer, which is running Windows 11. Open the audio settings, select the output as the Scarlett interface, and then do the same for the input. Now, you might also have to do the same thing inside the software you're using. Once that's done, connect your headphones or other monitoring device to the headphone jack on the front of the Scarlett 2i2. You may need a special adapter, depending on your headphone compatibility. All right, back to it. This knob above the jack controls output levels on the headphones. The large knob on the front controls output level for the line outputs on the rear of the interface. Now it's time to connect the other end of the XLR cable to the interface. You don't have to plug the mic into anything else because it uses phantom power. I can enable phantom power on my Scarlett 2i2 by pressing the 48V button. Now you should be ready to test out your new microphone. When speaking into it, try increasing the gain on the knob where your input is connected. You should be able to hear your voice coming through your headphones. If there's a delay, you can press the direct monitor button to help minimize it. You should also be able to see your input levels in your recording software. Adjust the gain to the levels that you need. Oh, and here's a tip. If you're using the direct monitor feature on the interface, you should mute the output in your recording software so you don't hear an echo from your computer speakers. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a like. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tech tips from Best Buy. Thanks for watching.